Um, I had responded to that Proposition 8 issue, and the reason why I did it was because, well, not because of the actual first video I saw. I didn't agree with him. I mean, I agreed that people should do whatever they want, but if they're responsible. But I didn't agree with the rant. I thought it was, you know, it had more emotion than it had, reason or purpose, in my opinion. And that's my 2 cents. But actually, the reason why I responded in the first place was because I had heard that a church had supported the campaign for it. And for a long time now, I've been feeling like religion is really, uh, how can I put this? I think it's antiquated. I think it is the antithesis of what it pretends to be. I think it is a weapon. I don't think it's always the case. I think that when sane people are religious or spiritual, um, it's a private matter. But I think that people who have agendas or who are just unhinged, I think that when they become religious, it's everybody's problem and it's dangerous. I don't see a difference between Islamic extremists, Christian extremists, or any other religious group that has extreme views and thinks that they have dominion over everything and that they have absolute and complete knowledge of God and what that is. I'm an agnostic myself, and I came to that revelation just through unfortunate experiences with churches, with seeking truth. What I've come to realize is that there isn't any truth, that people are so screwed up and so twisted that they seldom come from a situation that has real honesty in it. There is always some experience, there's always some agenda, um, which could be the same thing, that forms a person's opinions and ideology. And that when you put that together with something like an organization or a huge community of individuals who have checked their identities at the door, you got a problem on your hands. And so my response to the Proposition 8 was a greater response. It was to the idea that uh, ideology is sacrosanct and that it can't be touched and that you can't question it, and that those people then get to designate different groups in a society that they don't like. One day it's gay people, the next day it's another group, and the next day it's a book that they take off the shelf or they start to burn because they don't like ideas and they're afraid of them. I think this is dangerous. Um, I think that people need to be brave and they need to be able to deal with themselves, and they need to be okay if there isn't a heaven, if there isn't a great big man or woman upstairs that's looking over everything to make sure everything. There's no way to make a checklist. You can't brown nose God. You can't do things now. The only thing that matters is what you do every day in your life. The only thing that counts is if you know who you really are. If you have the guts to look at yourself in the mirror and like yourself, and if you have the guts to be honest with yourself and accept the fact that you are who you are. If you're a hateful person, fine. Just be okay with it. If you're a loving person, fine. Be okay with it. That's what matters. That's what spirituality is. It isn't going to a building and letting people tell you what to do or think or say. Um, it's about your honest response to things. And that's the only thing that really counts. That's the only that's the only contact an individual that's the only time an individual has contact with the truth, if there is such a thing as that. Because I think opinions are everywhere and everybody has them. um, that's what this is right now. Uh, and the only reason why I'm doing this is because things bug me so fucking much that I can't stand it anymore. And rather than ruminating about it, I want to just get it off my freaking chest. And so that's what this whole weekend of passion for me was. This weekend, my focus was that that ban on gay marriage in California. Next week it'll probably be something else, but whenever I bitch and moan, it's usually about religion, and it's usually because somebody who thinks that they're better than me, or everybody else who doesn't believe the things that they believe, is trying to lord over and designate the law to everybody else. And I think that's sick, and I can't stand it. It makes me sick to my stomach.